Hello, this is Insomnia, and welcome back to more Let's Play Persona 5 Royal. Last time we kind of got handed a bit of an ultimatum, and now we've got 2 weeks to locate a mafia boss that's eluded the actual police for ages. I'm sure that's possible, yeah. That seems confined within the bounds of reality. But anyway, we got the night free, and there are like no confidants for me to work on, so I'm just gonna go play billiards instead. I'm sure it's not important for us to be spending every waking hour on this problem anyway. It'll be fine. Haha. Could you imagine if we actually had to, like, actively search instead of, like, let the plot handle it? That would have been...
What do you play?
Alright, just kind of been screwed up. Whatever.
What do you want to do?
Thank you.
Now, assuming I did everything correctly, I should be able to rank up my technical rank right now, so... I also bought a jump cue at the sports shop before I came here.
Then
Which I think I actually needed, considering the move I just pulled off there.
You did it.
I knew you could do it.
And that's why, because I'm actually a technical rank 3 now. Okay, well... the fourth and final rank, which we're going to need to find another book for, I believe guarantees a knockdown when hitting a technical, which is really strong. So, that'll be nice to grab. I'm decently certain that's how that works. Yeah, there's a book we need, and we also need proficiency rank 5 to hit technical rank 4.
That was fun, huh? Wow.
So I guess technically speaking, I probably shouldn't do that, because it wouldn't really be possible for you to... Or it probably would be very difficult for you to have rank 5 proficiency at this point of the game, unless you literally like spent the entirety of your gameplay focusing on that alone. Oh, we just get given the book. Sick. Alright, well, that works. We'll do that later. There's not... A couple of palaces from now, I'm basically going to lift this sort of, like, self-restriction I put on myself on avoiding using certain abilities based on... or doing certain things based on my, my stats, since it should be possible to do a lot of different things. I told myself I was going to do that next palace. That's a thing. Oh, okay, I guess if we're just gonna sit here and read, then I might as well.
Nijima-kun, what is going on here? Apparently the damage done by this so-called mafia has even reached our student body.
Well,
I thought this absurdity was nothing but a joke. Not only are there victims, there are even rumors that some are involved with such crimes. I've even received inquiries from their guardians. Why is this happening?
Unfortunately, I do not have the answer to that.
This is the greatest disgrace in the history of this academy, if it were to be discovered. This is a vital issue for the student council. Did I not ask you to resolve it?
I'm doing the best I can.
And I can trust you? You must do something about this at once. You're the only one who is reliable around here. Don't let me down. From what I've heard, even the other students are starting to be dissatisfied with you. At this rate, you and I will both lose our roles at this school. Do you understand?
I do. Please, just give me a little more time.
This is it. Exactly.
hey,
and so I really need some money right now. Can you tell me about this easy part-time job? I'm sure you know about it, Ida-kun. Please?
You don't need my help. A girl like you could probably get a job anywhere, right?
Huh? Now that you mention it, yes. So, what I mean is...
This is going south fast.
Oh, Francois!
Huh?
My cat Francois got run over by a car and also has an incurable illness. I need money fast.
That's not convincing at all. Is she talking about me?
If Francois were to die, I think I'd die too. Probably.
Come on, don't talk like that.
If you don't like it, then tell me about that easy part-time job. You know something, don't you? I've heard the rumors.
Rumors? Was it Nishiyama who...
Nishiyama?
Oh,
Hey, what was that about Nishiyama?
that's...
She actually got the momentum back. She's not acting anymore now, is she? Come on. Let's leave this guy to Lady On and go look for that Nishiyama fellow.
Is this part of the main? I've been ignoring.
Do you have a minute? You're looking for something, right? I want to help you out, so please ask me anything. Nishiyama? He usually hangs out with Ida. Oh, so you want to ask him about Ida? So that's why Takamaki-san was chasing him. I'm sorry, I don't know where he is right now. He usually stays till late, so I think he's probably still somewhere in the school. I'll keep digging around while you're looking for him.
Well, I guess we can let him handle this.
Oop. I skipped past a block of text there, which is rather unfortunate considering I have no way of going back to look at that, but oh well. I was kind of not really paying attention to a few things here and there. So I don't think I actually really truly realized that Nishiyama was actually like important to the plot, but here we are. I thought it was to do with because I've been ignoring everything related to it and like cutting that out of the video, but I thought, well, whatever it is that I thought wrong. Let's just put it that way. Ah, that's how we're supposed to know where Nishiyama is. You gotta talk to that person. I'm starting to remember this side, not side quest, but like, I'm starting to remember this a little bit more now. I don't think I actually wrote about this, because I think in the past while I was doing my notes and stuff, yeah, I literally just wrote the word plot for 6:15. I'm starting to remember now, because this guy's connected to all the nonsense with the Mafia, and we have to go talk to him and shake the information out of him. Yeah, I'm starting to remember now. That being said... Oh, there they are.
Nisha, you're that transfer student, right? You need something? Job? Are you talking about that one time? I don't know. I said I didn't want to do it. That's something Ida... Wait. Are you doing something to him? He's been acting really strange lately. Oh, what do you mean? Is he really wrapped up in something shady? One day, the two of us went to Shibuya, and a man approached us over near Central Street. He asked if we were interested in an easy part-time job. I said I wasn't, but Ida was into it. He was asking the guy all sorts of questions. I don't know. I was so scared, I ended up going home alone. But according to Ida, it only takes 10 minutes, and is good for people who don't stand out. Ida started spending a lot of money. That's when his strange behavior began too. but that's all I know. That's enough, right?
A man on Central Street, huh? That is suspicious. Maybe he was making him commit crimes?
Oh, maybe I should be reading this shit. Have you found out anything, Ren? I've tried looking into this high-paying part-time job myself. People seem to be talking about it here as well. Supposedly a man will talk to you in broad daylight over on Central Street, and your job is to deliver a small envelope he hands you. Well, I'll contact you again if I learn anything more.
So that means this part-time job is somehow crime-related. It takes 10 minutes, is good for people who don't stand out, and involves a small envelope. Does that ring any bells? It's something the Mafia would definitely be up to. Like illegal drugs? Maybe they made Ida smuggle drugs for them. That definitely fits with the small envelope. And you can get arrested just for possession.
Did you meet Nishiyama? Well, I looked into Ida on my own anyway. Rumor has it he got involved in some kind of suspicious part-time job. And that job's apparently totally insane. Something about trafficking drugs, I think. I hear they asked you to take part in it down on Central Street. In broad daylight, even.
So he is smuggling. This won't be pretty. Come on, let's go back to Lady Ann. We'll ask Ida directly.
Please tell me about the job, or else my beloved Francois.
She's still doing that? All right, take over for her.
Come on, you two? I already told you I don't know. You did? You bastard! Damn it! Shit. Well, if you already know about it, fine. I don't want to talk about it here. Let's go somewhere a little quieter.
What's up with you? Especially in front of everyone. Yeah, I got a job. So what? Isn't that normal? What are you getting at? How did you... I've only told one person about that. Of all people. I can't believe you were the one to find out. You're right. They told me they had an easy part-time job for me, and I ended up smuggling drugs. All I had to do was put envelopes into coin lockers, and they said they'd give me a hefty paycheck. I didn't know what was in the envelopes, though. Still, this is what came out of it. So you knew, huh? They started threatening me right after they deposited the money into my bank account. They had pictures of me carrying the goods. Said they'd expose what I did unless I paid them off. You know? Why are you even asking me this stuff? Are you just gonna use my job to blackmail me too? I see. Well, even if you were planning on doing that, I don't have any money I could give you. If you're really interested in that job, try heading over to Central Street. That's where they told me about it. I told you everything you want to know, right? Can I go? Well then.
How'd it go? Did Aunt Zach help at all? I'm thinking probably not. It went perfectly, I think. More importantly, were you able to find anything, Ren? Yeah, it's drugs. So they ask you to deliver drugs. That's serious. I just searched for so they just... Oh, my man's Ryuji got put on a list for that one. Jesus. Oh, God bless. Maybe someday he'll get to borrow the brain cell and he won't pull stuff like this. I would have imagined they would do it at night. I wonder why they chose the day. Because they go after high schoolers. I see. Yes, more students will be out during the day, while the police will be more cautious at night. Ryuji, you're over in Shibuya now, right? Do you see anyone like that there? Yeah, I'm at Central Street. It's tough to tell, though. I mean, there's just way too many people. The goddamn rain's not helping out either. The sun will be setting soon. What should we do, Ren? Let's stop for the day. Yeah, we could team up and try searching again tomorrow. I bet Ryuji would get picked up by the cops if he was out there alone anyway. Shut up. In any case, we have some new intel, and let us call that progress for today. Whoever asks us to take on that job should know who their boss is too. Alright, I'll get in touch with you guys later tonight and we can come up with a plan.
Okay, we're all here.
There sure are a lot of high schoolers during the day. They must be targeting them somehow.
Finding the specifics may be difficult. With such a crowd, the odds are against us.
Right, we're gonna grab him by the tail.
You should head over to Central Street, like we planned yesterday.
Sweet, let's get going. Let me know if you find any shady people.
Alright, let's go. Just as we planned. We might end up running into the Mafia. Be ready for anything.
Alright, let's begin our investigate. Oh, look, Makoto's here.
Hello.
What do you mean, no, that can't be? She's been following us for a month! Ugh, never mind.
Hey, aren't you interested in all the hottest brand names? We're having a special sale just over there. How about you go take a peek?
We ordered way too much, so I have a ton left over. My boss will kill me if I go back to him with all these extras. Look, I'll sell them to you for cheap. What do you say?
What should we do?
It depends on the price, wouldn't you say?
Hey, what about you? These are unforgettable deals. Well, that's disappointing. Come back if you change your mind.
Come on, the shop's right around here. How about you come take a look?
Seems like some kind of sale. You probably shouldn't bother.
Really, Morgana? That wasn't suspicious to you at all? Okay, well.
I see.
Okay, I'm gonna go check around the station. There's no one in that alleyway over there anyway, so. God, look at these tourists with their selfie stick. Well, now. They're not even. Faceless tourists. I feel that.
Everyone's really going about this seriously. They're definitely worthy of being phantom thieves. We can't fall behind either. Let's look for that homeless man.
Yep, and there she is again. Definitely following. Not even being subtle about it. If I recall correctly, I think the homeless guy's over this way, right? Yeah, there they are. So that scary look on your face. If you have something to say to me, just say it. Are you in the Mafia? Me? No, I'm just a lonely hermit. What would you possibly want with them anyway? Don't go near them, you hear me? They're horrible people. Some of my friends have fallen victim to their schemes. The Mafia is evil, I tell you. How do I meet them? They'll come around to you eventually if you walk around this area around now. But just so you know who to avoid, I'll teach you how to tell them apart from normal people. They use some weird phrases, code words, you know? That's how they communicate with each other. Anyway, watch out if you hear any of that stuff. They'll try to come for you even during the day. They're relentless when it comes to targeting teens. How's it going? Have you found anything? Maybe a little. Ah, so you've grasped something already. That's to be expected of someone like you, Ren. Why don't we just go over the intel we've gathered so far? I'll start. Supposedly some guy near the access way talking about some kind of strong drugs. I'm not counting on anything, but I'll go check it out. As for me, I heard about someone soliciting a high-paying job in the station plaza. Apparently they're mostly targeting girls. I'll go see what that's about. On my end, I hear there are people saying strange things in the back alley near the arcade. something about ice and vegetables, and something about snow tomorrow. I will go observe, just in case. The arcade is on Central Street, correct?
Alright. We should do what we can to help them out. I have no idea which of these leads are real. Try going to the most suspicious-sounding place.
Well, if I recall correctly, we either have to go to all of them, or we have to go to the most suspicious one of them. I hate that I can't say the word suspicious, like, anymore, basically. Every time I try, there's just one thing that comes into my mind every time I try to say the word suspicious. The alleyway near the arcade. Are they talking about that alleyway? They're not talking about that alleyway. They're talking about these guys over here. Maybe I'm just crazy, or maybe you actually have to, like, walk there.
Man.
No. I'm definitely crazy then. Oh, this alley.
Hello? Have you made any progress toward finding the boss? That's good to hear.
Hey, you two got some time? I have a great job for you. It's real easy. Guess you could call it a delivery job.
It seems we didn't have to look very hard in the end.
You're high schoolers, yeah? Don't you want something more than just your allowances?
By delivery, do you mean that of suspicious materials?
Huh. You're a funny girl.
Who goes around asking questions like that? That's... Man, that's how you get stabbed in the alley.
So, you won't answer me. Then I was right.
Huh? What's up with you anyways? Why are you asking all these questions, huh?
Oh,
It was all a joke. Why would I get worked up over some dumb kids? Anyways, I can't hang. See ya.
if you don't want to deal with us, we could always go see your boss ourselves.
You really gonna say that knowing who he is? No way I believe that. Well, I'm out of here. You guys are annoying me.
I'm pretty sure he's part of the mafia we're looking for.
This one just seems... This one just feels mean, actually. I guess...
I think we should get some proof before we do that. I tried to trick him into saying something, but he dodged all the traps I was laying down. By the way, thanks for standing up for me. I'm going to go now.
That boss seems tricky. And it looks like he taught his subordinates well, too. No wonder the police are having trouble catching him. Anyway, you have some serious guts. You didn't back down at all against that hooligan. Though we still didn't end up with any new information. Let's stop here for today.
About it. Want to meet up? You guys can decide. Do you think it's safe, though? We did ask tons of people, so there's a chance we're getting followed. Just to be safe, we should refrain from doing anything to make ourselves stand out. The sun will be setting soon, so let us disband for today and report on our findings tomorrow. Why don't we meet at karaoke tomorrow? We can talk in private and it'll be cheap after school. Huh, that must be what they call hustle hour. Dude, it's muscle hour. Wait, is that wrong too? Hello? Happy hour? Muscle hour just sounds sweaty. Anyway, let's see you guys tomorrow at karaoke.
It's an unknown number.
Hello, this is Nijima. Makoto Nijima. Thanks for earlier. I dug it up. I realize I'm apologizing after the fact, but It just didn't feel right keeping it from you, so that's all. Bye.
You talking to a woman? I heard her voice. Speaking of, some girl called looking for you around noon. Said she's the class president. Said she's got something that belongs to you. She seemed to know you, so I gave her your number.
She must have looked up LeBlanc's address trying to contact you. That Nijima sure is thorough. Then again, she called you just to apologize. It's a bit weird, but maybe she's not so bad after all.
And I think the most unrealistic thing about that entire exchange is someone answering their phone with an unknown number on it. Ah, okay. The answer here is malaise. It's not a word I normally use, so I actually had to solve the crossword puzzle, because why would I write it down when I could feel like a big brain for solving? Anyway. Well, we haven't exactly found who we're looking for quite yet, but it looks like we're getting kind of close, although it's getting a little, shall we say, dicey as we do so. Next time on Let's Play Persona 5 Royal, we're going to be continuing on our investigations, and maybe we'll actually get somewhere. See you guys then.
Where have you been? Been searching all along, confessing while alone and on, without the without a sign, without grasping at the real question.